Here it is. Angry Kerry in the house.
What's going on? What's going on?
God.
What's going on?
Oh.
Yeah. I just flew in from Roebuck, man. My arms are tired.
I bet. I bet. What were you doing in Roebuck?
Oh, man. I had to go to the beautician, you know what I'm saying? Had to twig up my hair and everything and stuff. Like I told you earlier, they had to get that body wax, you know what I'm saying?
You did a full body wax?
Well, partially, you know what I'm saying?
The important parts.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But hey, I made it, so I'm here.
Obviously, John Bird here. Tony Gump is here. The whole crew, very excited. I'm going to be honest, I was kind of stressed out about it because we've never made plans together, and we've all got those friends that will make plans and then cancel on you. Okay, and I'm not saying I thought you were one of those guys, but I just didn't know. It was the unknown. So I'm glad you followed. You didn't just follow through. Like you came like you're going to church.
Still kind of nervous about the job on thing, the job on jam thing. I came late because you was calling me like, "Where you at? Where you at?"
Yeah, you almost didn't make that.
I believe in him. I believe.
By the way, the first thing you did when you got there is you went to the bar and you bought a Bud Light.
I bought a Bud Light
at the Jawbone Jam.
Yeah.
And because of that, I got to thinking about it on the way over here, and I said, you know what? For him to do that in front of all of us conservatives, he must really love Bud Light. So I went ahead and got you a 6-pack.
Oh, man. Oh, my God. You got me a Bud Light.
For the road, if you need that.
Oh, my God. Look at it. Hey.
I did not purchase that. I made a homeless guy outside the Chevron go in and buy it for me.
Oh, man. So nice. And you know what I did? And I got you some, too. Hey, listen, this is the TikTok sensation.
Oh, God.
What in the world?
I'm so nervous right now.
It's a bottle of Taylor Port.
What?
Oh, my gosh.
Taylor Port. What is this?
Listen, look, you go on TikTok and you look at the Taylor Port challenge, you're going to see people falling out.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, man.
That sounds
it's the
awful.
bum diggity. I'm talking about like, hey.
You drink this?
Yeah.
On a regular basis?
Yeah.
What do you mean by falling out? Like that doesn't sound like a lot of fun.
Listen, man, I'm talking about, look, it hits.
Can I open it and smell it?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't even like how this top cracks. I'm nervous.
Listen, man,
sounds dangerous.
It's an old wine. I'm talking about it's like, I think it was like 18 something.
Man, that reminds me of high school right there. Whatever's in here.
No, it's real. I'm talking about it's smooth. Pour me some.
Yeah, here, you try.
Yeah, come on. I ain't scared.
That's a big-ass bottle.
that call a half a G there, baby.
This is,
okay. Now look here.
Give me a little bit over here.
Now look, you stir it. You smell it. Let it. Ooh.
I mean, this bottle right here is like from a pirate ship. It's like a bottle of rum on the wall.
Woo.
Listen, hey, look, them fresh grapes right there.
Yeah, they smell fresh. I don't know how I feel about this.
We got to do a cheer. Angry. What in the world?
Nah, he's all right.
Y'all ready?
Second time around.
All right.
Cheers to the Taylor Port.
Yeah.
Or whatever it's called.
Here we go.
Tony, you want some of this?
Taylor Port.
I'll go right now.
I'd be nervous.
Don't be scared.
Oh, I'm not scared. I do challenges.
Yeah. I don't. It's a thing apparently that when people come on the show, they're bringing alcohol with them.
Yeah.
And I don't know what started that. I'm not necessarily known as a big drinker. I've drinks at night.
I seen that show, Richard Dixon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not like it's a rule. I want people to know that, by the way. We don't force people to bring gifts. But look.
Oh, wow. What's this?
I think it
We
was
got
very
Amy.
nice he brought.
Amy Vape Mama wants some. Here you go.
That's cold.
Oh, I got you.
That's cold. That's cool. I'm talking about, hey, how did you do that?
Let's see.
Wow.
Man, this stuff is good.
God, this
Wow.
so heavy.
I can tell it's got that nice fruity taste to it, and then it's gonna kick you in the ass, just right out of nowhere.
18%. Now everybody on TikTok is drinking this. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah. All you got to do is look up the Taylor Port Challenge, and you're going to see people falling out. And
What is the challenge?
just try to drink it.
Yeah, that's woof. I got to tell you, that's not I'm not a wine drinker, but that's not an awful taste.
Well, check this out. I got a friend that lives in Mount Brook, and I'm gonna send a shout out to her, Virginia Phillips. She has helped me so much. I'm talking about God bless that lady. But I was telling her, I said, hey, listen, I discovered this drink called Taylor Port, and she started laughing at me. And I said, like, why are you laughing? She said, I believe you're supposed to cook with that wine.
Oh, God.
But hey, it's good.
Wait. You got us drinking vegetable oil? What's going on here?
It's like a John Bird challenge.
I know.
Oh man.
Maybe it's something I need to do on the radio.
Oh, man,
I don't.
that's good.
We'll set it over here so it ain't in the way.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say it's not bad.
Fresh grapes.
So what was so I assume your Mountain Brook friend doesn't drink that stuff. What do they drink? What do they drink over Mountain Brook?
I don't know. I'm talking about, like, I don't hang with her like that. You know what I'm saying? But she helped me get my kids back.
Yeah.
And everything and stuff. So I'm always in debt to her.
I feel you.
And stuff like that. I'm talking about good friend. I'm talking about good. Thank you, God, for letting me meet her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me some more volume on Angry Kerry's mic. By the way, we try to. Problem is when we get guests in here, we don't know if they're going to be Mr. Cool Guy or they're going to be yelling.
Okay. Well,
so we just got to adjust as
well. Hey, hey, as soon as this crank in, better like that, y'all gonna be kicking me out. Like, hey, get him out.
No, we'll turn you back down once you get crazy.
Seems like he's doing okay.
So you have we've known you for a while, back to the 101 days, when it was me and Jessica on what's known as the what do we call it? The Cult.
Yes,
was the name of that station.
I think so.
And we had fun, man. I love the people I worked with over there. But that's where we originally started hearing from you. Yeah. And when you would call in, you were pretty hostile. Yeah. Like, you called in for political arguments. Yeah. And so we went toe-to-toe there for a while.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know what happened. It's like one day a switch was flipped, and maybe you was telling some story about, something happened to you in high school or what. And then we never really went back to fighting about politics.
Yeah. I think it started when I told you I was employee of the year.
Yeah, because you came and saw us at an event at a barbecue joint.
Yeah.
And you brought your Employee of the Year plaque.
That's right.
Which you don't work there anymore, but that's all right.
No.
Did you get to keep the plaque?
No.
You have to give the plaque back?
Well, I wasn't supposed to tote the plaque around, but I did anyway for that whole year. I was just like, who's that? Like, what's that rap group that won the Oscar, and they was walking around with the Oscar all year round?
Oh.
John Bird don't know.
Project Pat?
I can't remember.
Somebody. Well, anyway. Well, I wasn't supposed to, take the plaque with me, but I took it anyway, and so I held it for a whole year, and then after the year's up, they voted somebody else in, and so
I don't like that. I mean, especially if you're working for a company that's really making some money, don't you think they just let you keep the plaque? I mean, it's almost like you're at a college football game and you get a big sack and they let you wear the belt on the sidelines for 2 plays.
Go ahead, Bird.
You know what?
3-6 Mafia.
That's it.
I just remembered it.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
sure
was
you
toting
did.
that. They was toting that Oscar around their neck, and they was taking it to the club and everything. Anyway, Bama, is a mom and pop type company.
This is a cement company, just for context.
And it's small, but we were close. We were real close. I'm talking about like we was like brothers.
You were proud to work there.
Yeah, because like we got to know each other the hard way. I don't like you, but all right, I'll work with you. It was, you know what I'm saying? It was that type thing and stuff. And so, I really hated leaving, but I had a coworker that had left Bama and started working at Kirkpatrick, and he was on me for a whole year, like, Kerry, you got to come over here. Kerry, you got to come over here. And I was like, no, I don't want to leave because, I got a good parking spot over here.
Oh, right.
Man, screw that parking spot, man. You got to get over here and stuff. And so he stayed on me for a whole year. And so one day I just said, like, all right, what the hell? I tried. And I left, and, man, I'm like, golly. I was like, man, hell, I should have left 2 years ago.
Is that much better, huh?
Oh, my God. They just throwing the money around.
Although you work long hours, you've been up since 1 o'clock this morning,
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
You're a working man.
That's right. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, you need your cement, any type cement products, lots, buildings, whatever, call Kirkpatrick.
There you go.
There you go.
Keep them bills getting paid.
There you go.
Could you imagine? I know you got a real man's job, but could you imagine doing this for a living right here?
I went to school for this.
No, you didn't. For
Yes,
real?
I did. Yeah, I went.
No
I went to
way,
Jeff
really?
State for radio, TV broadcasting.
Really?
I wanted to be a sports newscaster. And I went. I was going to Jeff State,
Uh-oh.
and
Here comes the story.
and I was working at the Galleria. I was working at the Galleria for Photo 12, and I was going to Jeff State in the morning. And I started partying, and at the same time, I filmed that Coca-Cola commercial. At the same time,
Okay, yeah, I
all this
remember
going
that.
on at the same time.
By the way, is that available on YouTube? Is that commercial anywhere?
It's probably on Ginger's. Oh, that shit.
Ginger's got everything, by the way.
I'm saying.
Ginger's rubbing me the wrong way.
I'm saying. I'm saying.
Anyway.
But I like we had filmed that commercial, and I was going to Jeff State and stuff, and so I was making like $600 and some a month from the commercial alone, and so I went and got me a big old apartment I couldn't afford, and start partying and everything, and I walked in class one day, I walked in my major. And she looked at me and she said, Kerry, what are you doing here? I said, I'm here for class. And she said, well, you done failed your class. I said, how? She said, you missed 3 days. I thought it was 10 days. No, son, you're in college now. It's 3 days.
Oh.
You failed. And I was like, oh my God, I just felt like the whole world had just caved down on me.
How old were you?
Oh, I was 20. I was 20.
Huh.
I was 20. I was 20 years old. Oh man, I was so depressed. I was so depressed because I had visions of working for Channel 6. I was gonna be the sportscaster. Well, it was either gonna be Channel 6 or Channel 13 because 42 sucked then.
Well, let's see if you still got it. So let's pretend Alabama has who do they play this weekend? Let's pretend. Let's go back a few days. It's Sunday. You're the Channel 6 newscaster. Alabama just beat LSU.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give us a report real quick.
Hey, how you doing? This is Kerry Harris reporting live for Channel 6 News. Hey, and the Alabama Crimson Tide has just beat LSU. What was the score, John?
A lot.
A lot. They beat them a lot. I think it was like 42-17. Good offense. Nick Saban had them going good. I'm out of practice.
There you go. That was good. That was really good.
You know what I'm saying?
That was great. That was great.
But I had visions of doing that, and then when ESPN came along and and started to get notarized and stuff like that, I was like, man, I failed my major, and so I went to another junior college, Birmingham Southern Junior College, which later on turned into Virginia College.
Okay.
And
over in Homewood.
Yeah. And I went there, and I was a whore.
Couldn't get away from the poontang.
That was you?
Listen, man, look, I'm going to tell you something. This is no lie. I used to look so good. When I used to go into work at the Galleria, after I clock in and I start walking through the mall, they would hiss at me.
Hiss at you.
Psst. Woo! Ow! And like it was like this, and like you would hear girls say like, "Hey, listen, I'm not a dog," and like that, and that's the way I felt. It was like, man, why are you hissing at me? I'm talking about just ask me my name.
You felt like a piece of meat.
Oh man, it was rough. Hold up, not only that, I had to fight women. I had to fight men off too.
Wow.
At the Galleria, yeah.
Man.
I told you I was sorry, Kerry, a long time ago.
So you were
They all were after him.
I told you don't say anything. But anyway, but yeah, I'm talking about like at that time it was like 80% men, gay men up there and stuff like that, man. And it was like it was bad. It was
So
bad.
you were a dime piece in the gay community.
Man, listen, look, man, I was hot everywhere. Everywhere I went. Look, when I went to junior college at Birmingham Southern Junior College, I had to fight off teachers.
Dang.
I'm telling you, man, I used to look I'm telling you, man, I used to look that good.
Man.
But
your life was one big porno, sounds like.
Well,
I think you still got it going on if you ask me.
no, trust me, I don't. I wish I did. Hey, you know what? I knew it was over when techno came in.
What, techno?
Yeah, I knew it was over.
What do you mean?
It was just like,
You didn't think about getting into that scene?
and it was like I tried. It was like, you
Couldn't-
too old.
Yeah.
You too old. It's over. It's over, dude. It's over. Hey, look, go hang at Jitterbugs. Come
So-
on, get out of here. Get out of here. You know, it's
man.
over. It's over. But yeah, you know, I was hot.
Yeah.
Ooh, I was hot.
I believe it.
Mm.
I ain't doubting you.
Chocolate, hot.
Hot chocolate.
Ooh.
So exactly what everybody wants during the winter. Christmas time comes around, everybody wants that hot chocolate.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, after that, once you started getting the vibe that, hey, I'm kind of moving out of this realm of being, a playboy or whatever, what'd you do after that? Did you try to settle down?
I got married.
What age?
I got married at 22,
Huh?
and she was 19.
What year was that?
1990. It was
90.
Yeah, 90.
I was 5.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah, I got she's a big fan of your show, so I'm like, this and look, hey, listen, you was a good girl, I was a jerk, okay.
So it was your fault y'all divorced. How long?
It was all my fault.
How long were y'all married?
Hey, it was. I'm talking about. Listen, hey, look, if I would have knew the song, "Baby Come Back," because I screwed that up. Oh man, I
Just
screwed that
immature,
up.
bad decisions.
Man, listen, I'm talking about like I had discovered Sammy's Go-Go in Valley.
Oh,
Ruh-roh.
there it is.
And I'm talking about, man, Sammy's was so attractive. It was like I wanted to live there. and that was mainly the problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like I was like, man, hold on, man, it's girls in bikinis all year round? Are you serious? And the only thing I gotta do is buy beer? Yeah, I'm here,
And she don't like that.
And it was like you like it's like you living up at Sammy's and like that's a problem.
So at first she's like, it's fine if you want to go to the strip club, but then you were like, never coming
it was
home.
never fine. It was never
No,
fine.
okay.
It was never fine. But it was I screwed that up.
Yeah.
I messed that up.
How long were y'all married?
About 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, and
It's better than 1 year.
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess.
Yep.
and so after that I started going with our mutual friend.
Oh, you keeping it in the circle.
I started. Well, I was thinking like this right here. I was like, you know what? Okay, that didn't work out. Hey, I can get anybody and make this work.
You hot chocolate, so you can get anybody.
That's
hey,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hot chocolate
so
Willie.
I said, hey, look, hey, I pick you. I'm gonna get you, and I'm gonna make this work. And it worked about a year. And then after that, it was like, she started going back to her old things and stuff like that. So when I would call the radio and tell y'all these stories about, these girls I was going with, the second girl that I was going with, most of those stories is about her.
Really?
Yeah, Shelly. Most of those stories was about Shelly.
Wait a minute. Is this related to the book as well?
The book.
All right, pull
Pretty
the
much.
book up on look up True Love and Madden Amazon. Just Google True Love and Madden Amazon.
Okay. The book is mainly stories about, when I was with Ginger.
Okay.
All right. But Shelly treated me bad in a way, but it was, okay, like for example, black people, we have to oil our feet. If we don't, they'll get ashy and crusty and stuff like that.
Right.
And so Shella came in and caught me she came in and caught me all of my feet, and she came in and, hey, biggin, what you doing all of them feet? Where you think you going? and I'm telling like, if she would talk to me like that, and I'd just be offended. Like, how could you talk? Wait a minute, where you think you going? I'm going to put on some war paint and go with you. And I'm like, oh man. Yeah.
No.
And so, Shella was like, I'm telling you, she was direct. She was, oh man, Shella was something else.
So, Shelly, we've got True Love and Madden.
Yeah.
You can see up here. This is going to be your screen over here. There.
Okay. All right.
That's your book.
Yeah.
And by the way, paperback $12.50. Price
Wow,
is going
it went
up.
up.
Price is going up.
Damn, I wish I knew how much money I had.
You know what's funny is it's probably going up because people have been buying it
You think
since
so?
we've been promoting it.
Yeah.
You think, know?
That's why I say it's so important that we get the password for this, because I want to know how many books we've sold.
Hey, could we show the ginger video on that?
Yeah, if you can. You texted it to me, didn't you?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna email that to you, Tony.
Okay.
But yeah, True Love and Madden. How true?
Is True Love and Madden?
Yes.
Who are you? Which character are you?
Are you Black Ass Skillet?
Black ass skillet?
I love him. He's my favorite. He's my favorite.
Yeah, he is a good one.
I had I was living on the South Side in '99, and I had to move. 2000, I moved back on here on Valley Avenue with my mom, and I stayed with my mom 6 months before she died.
Mm-hmm.
So I stayed on Valley Avenue for a whole year. And when I moved back to the South Side, I was fortunate enough to move back to the South Side, back into my old apartment, which was unheard of. But I moved back in my old apartment, and the whole South Side had changed. And I was introduced to the prostitution game over there.
Really?
And y'all probably ain't gonna believe this, but I think everybody dead and gone. I think everybody dead and gone.
Let's hope.
Let's hope everybody
We got a
dead
lot
and
of
gone.
people that watch this stuff.
But it was an old white guy named Wally was the biggest pimp in Birmingham. And all these girls, oh, there she go. Look at her.
Okay, yeah, pull this up real quick. This is Ginger. You
Yeah.
can just play that. This is why Angry Kerry sent me the other day. He's like, just so you know what Ginger looks like.
Yeah.
Now, by the way, Angry Kerry, I don't know why this is, but when you text me stuff, it is so grainy.
Yeah.
I don't know if we need to get you a new phone or what.
I don't know, man. I'm
Here we
talking
go.
It's just an adjustment.
Yeah, just play
probably.
it. It's fine.
Mola.
It looks like a series of school pictures.
Yeah. This is another thing on TikTok. This is another challenge on TikTok. It's called the 90s yearbook.
Yeah, I've seen that.
This is your baby mama.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I have 4 children with Ginger.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so we're Wally. We're on South Side.
Okay,
you getting
all right.
in the game?
Yeah.
You getting in the game as a client or a
No.
producer?
Okay.
I don't want to say the pimp word.
All right. Okay. All right.
I don't even know what that means.
All right. This is how this happened. All right. So when I moved back to the South Side, I'm talking like the whole game had changed. The whole South Side had changed. Dreamland, down in Dreamland, it was drug addicts. Down by Dreamland, it was drug addicts everywhere. I was like, man, what happened? And the whole South Side was just covered with people who was doing powder cocaine and K4s.
Yeah.
And so this girl had came to me and said, I was working at Domino's part-time. And this girl had came to me and said, hey, listen, I give you $50, you take me on a call. I said, take you on a call? I said, yeah, I give you $50, take me on a call. And I said, like, all right. I said, all right, I'll do it. But I was trying to get away from her. It was a party.
Yeah.
And, I was trying to get away from her. So I eased on out the front door, and I was headed to my car, and she called me. She said, hey, I thought you was going to take me on this call. And I said, all right, damn, I'm stuck, So I get her and stuff. She get in the car with me with another girl, and I take her over to Trussville over here on Highway 10.
Yeah.
And we went in this house. Well, I didn't go in the house.
I was gonna say
she sent this girl in the house and stuff, and So the girl come running back out the house, and she was like, what's wrong with it? And she said, like, he got 2 organs.
What?
And stuff. And I was like, what? You know, and he had a male and female organ.
Oh,
Wheel
no.
of segments.
And
Remember?
this is the
Yes.
first call ever, and stuff. And I was like, well, hell, you probably could give me more than $50 for this, This, oh God,
There's something for everybody inside.
So she went in the house and straightened it out, whatever she did, and then I took her back to the south side, and so the cell phone had rung, and she said, "I'll give you another $50. You take me to Hoover." And so, like, man, this is $100, within an hour.
Yeah, maybe she'll just come running out of that place too, and you can get on back home.
I quit Domino's.
Oh, you started trafficking.
I quit. I was like, hell, hey, if I could, damn a pepperoni. And so the next thing you know, I'm meeting all these girls that work for Wally. And it's like, I work for Wally, and stuff. And so it was like, a driver's supposed to get $20.
Yeah.
The girl get 80, and the service get 100.
Right.
And so it started like that, and I was hanging around a bunch of girls that did that and stuff. So True Love and Madden is pretty much a fictional story of all of that,
Loosely based on real life
Yeah.
experiences
Yeah.
during that time.
Yeah, I'm talking about, like, now when I was on the south side, there was a guy really named T-Mobile.
Nice.
Yeah.
T-Mobile.
Yeah. He
Please
was-
tell me there was a black ass skillet.
No.
My
That
favorite.
I'm talking about, like, like you live in a black community and stuff like that. It's all kind of nicknames.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Pookie, Junebug, Skullhead, Moochie.
What's a nickname, like, if you're in the community, what's a nickname you don't want to end up with?
I knew a guy named Pea Stain. And he got that name because he peed in the bed.
Oh, man. Yeah, you don't want that.
But I had a couple of nicknames. Mine was like, when I first moved to West End, mine was Big Bank, and I don't know why they called me Big Bank, but it was a part of a early rap duo back in the early '80s and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
And he's in the book.
Okay, and then that's right. And then when I got in high school, I pledged this high school fraternity, and my pledge name was Pooh Bear, and that name has stuck
That's
with me.
stuck with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you on TikTok too.
Yeah.
We're like Big Daddy Pooh Bear or something.
And so, during those Wally days and stuff like that, this guy named Larry, he called me Pooh Hefner.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
That's your
love
name
it.
on TikTok. Pooh
It
Hefner.
was Pooh Hefner.
That's
and
right.
stuff. So that's how I got that and stuff like that, because it was rumored that I was a pimp. But that's another story.
Just
We're
a rumor.
Yeah. So
I got a question. I got a question
Yeah,
I want to ask.
Yeah, go
Angry.
ahead.
When are you going to do another book? Because our segment, Angry Kerry,
Yeah.
blew up.
People
Everybody.
love that shit.
Oh man, listen.
And it had, it ain't got to be autobiographical.
Yeah.
Stop. Wait, hold up. We can cuss on there?
Yeah. Whatever you want to say.
No.
No. Well,
Are you serious?
Well, there's like YouTube rules, but like just standard cuss words we can say.
Like,
Shit, yeah, man.
Shit, yeah.
I mean, you can
damn.
even say the F word if you want.
Are you serious?
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
just
hey,
once or
yeah.
twice.
If it slips out,
Let this man get loose.
Tony's like, okay.
Well,
Well,
I'm trying
I'll
to
be
keep it
damned.
family friendly,
Listen, I need my
Here it
writing.
comes.
I need my writing partner out of jail. Ginger was a pain in the ass, but she.
And she helped you write the book.
Well, listen, okay, it was some mistakes in the book and stuff, and I asked her, I said, Ginger, listen, you found a publishing company that's gonna straighten all this out? She said, yeah, I got it.
It's like typos and stuff.
Yeah, and stuff. And so so that cover there was the second cover. Because we went with a different publishing company. And then I came home one day, she said, hey baby, guess what? I'm like, what? I'm like, we with Amazon and Kindle. I'm like, how in the hell did you do that?
You wasn't ready?
Yeah, I was like, how you do that? She said, look, I got it done. Don't worry about it. They're going to change the cover of the book and everything. They're going to straighten everything out. And then a little bit after that, she went to jail.
Oh man,
And
you
it
were
was
just
like,
trapped.
and so so
She threw it up there too, because if you look at the back of the book, it's your picture, but it's sideways.
yeah,
which I
yeah.
think gives it some character.
Oh,
like there's
man.
nobody else is putting their own picture on the back of their book sideways.
No.
Like only this book.
Ginger is very, very clever. Now, that's how I hooked up with her. That's a book within itself, and like I believe her family set me up.
Set you up.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, it was like, why would a prominent white family from Gaston, Nakalula Mountain, give their daughter to a black guy? I'm talking about just like.
Was this a well-off family?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm talking Nakalula Mountain, 3-car garage, the whole thing. And stuff, and like I still remember the Christmas party I went to and stuff, and
You're the only black guy there.
yeah, oh God,
Of course.
and, but I was the only black guy there and stuff like that, and I could have sworn somebody said this. So like, who is that? Oh, so what? That's the new sucker. I mean, what? That's the new boyfriend right there. And, and I'm like, but it was like after I got her, I realized why they gave her to me because she's fucking crazy.
Troublemaker.
I'm talking about just nuts.
She's the black sheep.
Man,
They give the black sheep to the black man.
God, I used to talk to God like, God, please get me out of this.
I think I
You
know
know-
the right title for the next book. You call it True Love and Gingivitis.
Oh man, yeah,
Gingivitis.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. But I told her, I said like, Ginger, listen. I said like, man, look, I got to get off this train, man. I'm talking about,
When did y'all split up officially? What year?
It had to been when Ginger had numerous affairs on me, and she left me for 2 women one time and stuff. She left me for a girl twice.
Should have put that shit in the book.
Well, hey man, listen, look.
There's already hermaphrodites and stuff.
Yeah. By the way, I don't know. The prostitute ran out of the hermaphrodite's house because she's like, well, you can just do yourself. What am I doing here?
Yeah, man. I'm talking about that was wild. And like I'm gonna admit, I'm talking about like man, it was making money and getting high.
So what is with Ginger? First of all, is there any light at the end of the tunnel as far as getting out of jail?
I don't know. Ginger got to go to the grand jury, and but she's been in there like 3 years without a court date.
That's great, man. It sounds like she was at the Capitol on January 6th.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But she she need a court date.
Yeah.
And
Maybe we can put a call in to the courthouse and be like,
man,
hey,
yeah,
give my girl Ginger a court date. I'm not saying you got to convict her or not.
Yeah,
just get her a court
Ginger,
date.
I'm
Free
telling her, like,
Ginger.
hey, now listen, it's like this. Now look, she get out. Now she heading back up to 59 gas, and I'm talking about, she's not stopping over in Roebuck. Trust me.
All we need from her is a password
Yeah, the code.
for Amazon.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's it.
When's the last time you talked to her?
I talk to Ginger every other day.
Really? Have you asked her about the code?
Yeah, I'm still like, Ginger, listen, like what I need to do. Well, you need to do this, you need to do that. And I try to do it and stuff, and it's like a brick wall and stuff. So I know she's holding, saying,
Did you tell her that you've got the second highest rated radio show in the state of Alabama that's waiting on this number? Because the ratings just came in, and we're number 2 right behind
Really?
Leland. Oh, yeah. And that's not easy being on the midday. Because people got to go out of their way to listen to you midday.
Well, Drew, you're good. You're good, man.
Preach.
Preach. You know, you're Andrew McClain, you know what I'm saying?
Think about this. Think about how much I've lucked up, though. I lucked up getting Jessica, which was just random. I think, before I got to 101, Joe Lockett was in that spot. He just happened to have Jessica.
God, listen, Joe, if you're watching, don't take this the wrong way. But when you was with Jessica, you sucked.
Oh.
I'm talking about Joe would talk, you know what, Joe, a black man on a conservative radio station, and he's talking about his accomplishments, his construction company, his this, his that. And I'm like, man, them people don't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? Hell, they want to hear about, these candidates, You know what I'm saying? You up here talking about you. No. And stuff. And like I remember Jessica was just leaving on the show by himself. I'm talking about it'd be like, Joe on the show by himself. Jessica would just leave. And then one day you popped up.
Out of nowhere.
Just out of nowhere.
Came from Aniston,
I'm talking about it was no more Joe. It was Andrew McClain and stuff. And
Joe Lockett's mom held that against me for a long time. I've never even met her, but she was extremely mad at me because somebody took her baby's show.
Look,
which he tried to explain to her, hey, it's not his fault, but
Joe had a show on Saturday, Joe learned how to do it eventually. He learned how to do it eventually.
Right.
But, some people just got it naturally. And I'm talking about you had it naturally, And then plus, you was also sort of controversial and stuff. Because what got me calling you is when you said uppity. And I said, man, hold on, let me call this.
I remember that.
Hey, what you mean by that? And so and
I learned something that day, by the way.
And I remember when you said it, I remember Jessica said, well, you're on your own now. Hey, can I have a little bit more of that wine?
Absolutely. So I first of all, I love Joe Lockett. He's a friend of mine. I haven't really talked to him. I think he's out of the business. I think he just left. Crawford. He had his own show he was on in the afternoons, but it was. They took those stations, and it was 101, and then they moved that signal over to like a gospel deal, and they put them on like 93.5 or something like that. Yeah. And so it was a much smaller signal, but I don't really know what they're doing over there. But
we had our own little family thing. It was you, Michael Hart, who else? It was
Jim Moore, Russell P.
Who's the big tall guy?
Big Dave.
Big Dave.
Big Dave. I talked to him like a couple weeks ago.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Okay. And who used to talk about Obama all the time?
Big Mike?
I'm talking about like you.
Scott Beeson.
Scott Beeson. God. Woo, Lord.
I talked to him too. I invited him on the show.
Man, Obama just didn't stand a chance with him, boy. I'm talking about he would beat on Obama all segment.
He didn't like Obama.
Oh my God.
Which, by the way, since we're talking about Obama, you've got a famous song that you put together, and I think the only place that it's been played is on our show.
Yes.
It's been sung live.
Okay.
And it's called Obama Scandal Free.
Yeah.
And you wrote the lyrics and everything.
Yes.
But usually when you call in and you sing it, you sing it a cappella.
Yeah.
No music, because you're just on your phone. You can't provide music.
Yeah.
John Bird went out of his way today to create some music to go along with Obama Scandal Free.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And we wanted to give you the opportunity, Tony, if you will do the honors, the opportunity to sing along to the new instrumentals to Obama Scandal Free.
All right.
The one for me.
We can fan on that. Obama, you're scandal free. You're scandal free, the one for me. Obama, you're scandal free. You're scandal free. You one for me. Oh, Obama, you never been gay. What's all this talk anyway?
Maybe he's gay. I don't know.
That was phenomenal. That was phenomenal. I cannot wait. After this podcast, we are going to produce that.
Yes.
And we are going to make a record. So you heard about Obama possibly being gay. Did you look into that?
Not that it's a big deal. Nobody really cares.
No,
right?
we got gay people in our lives. We love them very much. So you did hear about it.
I'm gonna do a Donald Trump. I'm gonna take the fifth on that one. I'm talking about like, I ain't gonna sit up and say like, I ain't gonna sit up like, man, hey man, that man ain't gay. What you talking about? And be like, hey, I'm talking about, hey, Obama might be a wild boy. But
I thought you were going to say the time Donald Trump is about to get on his plane and the reporters stop him, it's Ruth Bader Ginsburg had died. And they ask him, they're like, what do you have to say about Ruth Bader Ginsburg? And he's like, since the first time I'm hearing about this, I didn't know anything about it. He doesn't make a comment or anything. I thought this was what you were going to say about Obama being gay. But where that came up, it had actually been a rumor for a long time. But Tucker Carlson did that interview with a guy by the name of Larry Sinclair from Chicago. Yeah. Larry Sinclair, who is a troubled man with a troubled past, he claims to have had the old okadoke with Obama, at least in some fashion. Yeah. And for the sake of argument, Tony, can we just recap Larry Sinclair on Tucker Carlson? If you see over here, Angry Kerry, this is Larry Sinclair. And you see, he's not the most desirable character, and I don't know what Obama's taste is.
Obama slept with him.
So
this is 1999, supposedly.
Yeah,
right.
Back in the day.
He probably looked better in 99. But just for the sake of argument, let's see what Larry Sinclair has to say.
Okay.
Interesting because of the way that I had brought it up. So I'm stepping on your story. So you pull, and I apologize. So you pull up to this bar. The driver is basically scouting some dude for you to hang out with.
Correct.
There's this guy, Barack Obama. Have you ever heard of Barack Obama?
Never. Okay. Never. We're having drinks. I mentioned the fact that I could use something to wake up. I was extremely exhausted.
So you went into the bar?
Yes, sir.
What kind of bar was it?
I'm trying to remember. I've been trying to remember the name. I know that the glasses had 3 X's on them because I remember taking one home for a friend of mine.
What, but I mean, generally characterize it. Was it
It was
working class bar,
no,
gay
it was
bar, strip bar?
It was
Notice the
upscale,
arm braces.
Quiet.
That's a
wasn't
dead giveaway.
Really that really didn't have a lot of energy to it. It was more relaxed, more like a lounge as opposed to somewhere where people would go and get loud and crazy.
It's a gay lounge.
Which made it easier to talk. But like I said, when I brought up the fact that I could use something to wake up, he immediately knew what I was referring to, had made it clear that I was looking for Coke, and I really was, and had made the suggestion that he knew where we could get it, and we left to go get it.
Interesting.
Here's where it gets good, Angry Kerry.
Nope. I had no idea that he was a representative in the Illinois House. I had no idea he was in politics. I just knew that he was supposedly married and at the time was going through some issues with the marriage.
He said that?
That was made clear. Yeah.
Huh. Did he say what kind of issues?
No.
Do you remember? No. So you said, I'm looking for someone to wake up. He knows you're referring to cocaine. I know where to get it. What happens next?
We get back in the limo. The driver takes us wherever it is that Barack had instructed him to take us. I had given Barack $250 to pay for Coke. He gets out, comes back. I start putting a line on a CD tray to snort.
And you're in the limo?
Yep.
Driving or parked?
No, the driver's driving.
Yep.
I start to put a line on a CD tray. And I just happened to notice that he pulls something else out of his pocket. And next thing I know, he's got a little pipe and he's smoking. So I don't have an issue with it. I mean, some people smoke, some people snort.
Smoking the cocaine?
Yes. So as I'm doing a line, I just start, this is the part where you kind of make your move to to see where things are going. So I just started rubbing my hand along his thigh to see where it was going, and it went the direction I had intended it to go. So the
Hey, what's
night
his name?
became
What's his name,
somewhat
Larry?
active
Larry.
sexually and drug-wise in the limo.
So you hit on him. Did he seem shocked by that?
Not at all.
Yeah.
So
I
you
mean,
just
if you're
pulled your
smoking
pants
crack with
down.
a stranger in the back of the limo.
Okay, pause it.
Like,
So,
you gotta react.
as you see, Larry Sinclair giving a very detailed report on what happened back in the 90s. He says Barack Obama was prepared for the cocaine as if he knew that's what him and Larry would be doing. And then we get to the point where Larry says he makes his move. He puts his hand on Obama's thigh and he reciprocates.
You know what? Where the drive at? You find the driver. Whatever the driver say, then that's what I'm gonna believe.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, you know how Democrats are. The people like the drivers in a situation always end up dead somehow.
Well, you know, you find that driver, whatever that driver say. Now, if that driver say, hey, look, we pulled up to the spot, and Larry was getting wild. Larry had on some hot pink shorts. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Okay.
Handle free.
This is the most amazing part of this was watching Angry Kerry's facial expressions change as it went along.
I'm talking about like Larry, you know what I'm saying? And I put my hands on him.
Okay, now we're at the juiciest part.
Okay.
So give us like 60 more seconds of this because
here
we
we
got to
go.
see where this goes.
Here we go.
Imagine things might go crazy places.
Well, not only imagine it, I look at it this way. I've done a lot of crazy things in my lifetime. I'm a pretty good judge of character, and I pretty much know whether or not I can move in a certain direction with an individual. I didn't feel that I was going in the wrong direction. I just wasn't so sure how much I could trust the individual
Right.
at first.
I felt the same way
And that
about
was
Obama.
probably one of my bigger concerns.
I just can't
But
trust
the
you,
fact
man.
that I was already becoming somewhat buzzed, you kind of throw caution to the wind.
You weren't sure you could trust the individual. What does that mean?
When you meet someone out of the blue and you go to a level that you're doing drugs with, or you're giving money to purchase drugs, or even for sexual activity, you have to be sure that you can trust them. And when I say trust, I mean that you're not going to end up being robbed, or that you're not going to end up having a knife stuck into you,
Right.
you know, from one direction or another, or that you're not going to pull up somewhere and all of a sudden the car door is going to open.
Is that a
and you got
knife in your
5
pocket,
people
or are you
pulling
happy to
out
see
of
me?
it.
Totally.
That's what I mean when I
Yep.
say trust
Yep.
someone.
And you.
Wait a minute. Hold up.
And you've
Wait,
been
hold
around
up.
at this
Pause.
point.
He up been talking about getting robbed. He up been putting his hand all over his man. Man, you talking about?
He said he threw caution to the wind.
Yeah, look here.
So ultimately, what we get to with this story is, you know, he ended up.
want to get high.
He got high and he ended up, I think, with Obama's parts in his mouth, which
me
is
hear-
likely what happened to his teeth.
Hold up. Do he say that? Do he say that?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he says
Let me
that,
hear him
yes.
say that.
Yeah, keep going. Just keep going.
Let me hear him say that.
Big time. Right. So, probably not your first time.
Come
in a
on, Tucker.
situation
Quit
Not
bull.
at all. And that's why I said I pretty much know where I can go and
Yeah.
at what point.
So you start rubbing his leg, and he's.
Lord.
I mean, I think. I'll just be totally blunt with you. Like, a man who's not into gay sex would be like, whoa, settle down.
Trust me, if it was something that you were not interested in,
Yeah.
and you're right, I've had guys that I read wrong that would literally try to break your hand.
For sure.
If you went in that route. So it's not like this was something that he wasn't into. It's not something that he was shocked by.
Yeah.
Shocked by you don't get excited and you don't unbutton your pants and you don't just sit there and let it happen.
Yeah.
So it definitely wasn't Barack's first time. That much I'm absolutely certain of. And I would almost be willing to bet you it wasn't his last.
So you performed oral sex on.
Okay.
Larry. Where the drive at? We want to find the driver. Where the drive at?
You
Whatever
know,
whatever
if,
the
I believe
driver
the
said.
driver is dead. Yeah.
well,
he
yeah, if we
dead.
could find out if the driver's dead or alive, I think that would at least give us some sort of
I'm
sense
telling
of,
you.
which direction to go.
Have you ever been to the Quest?
No, I've been outside of the Quest.
Oh,
I've picked up people when I was doing the ride share stuff.
yeah.
The last place you wanted to be making a pickup is at the Quest at 7 a.m. That was the last place I wanted to pick up. But no, I've never been inside. Actually, I take that back because I was doing like a DoorDash deal at one point. So I walked in the door about 10 feet and handed off some food.
I've been to the Quest 3 times.
Now, for context, because we got people all over the country listening to this, the Quest is
It's a gay bar.
the gay bar in Birmingham.
And let me tell you what happened.
Did you see Obama or Larry there?
No, I ain't see Larry there. Okay. Let's see. The first time. Okay. I had heard about this down at Jitterbugs. I heard about this. It was girls was hustling drinks. They make you buy them sex on the beach. And they tell you that, hey, listen, we're going to hang out. We're going to hang out. And then after they get them about 3 drinks, that's what, about $32 worth of drinks.
Right.
They'll sit up and say, well, listen, we got to go meet our friends, and you probably don't want to go down there. And it's like, where? Well, we got to go meet our friends at the Quest.
That old gag.
I had heard about this. So we had Jitterbugs one night, and boom, these girls do this to us, We said, well, we got to go meet our friends. Well, where your friends at? Well, our friends down at the Quest. So my homeboy looked at me and he's like, hey, man, if you ain't going to tell, I ain't going to tell. So I was like, well, man, listen, hey, look, you think you going to hook up with your girl? Hey, man, I think I can hook up with mine. I was like, all right. So we go down there. We follow them girls down there to the Quest.
Yeah.
They was doing that trying to get rid of us. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I was on mine like fly on shit. You know what I'm saying? So they got down there and stuff, and they did that around about 15, 20 minutes. They realized we weren't going nowhere and stuff. And so, so I got mine. I took her back to Bell Bottom, so on the south side.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm familiar.
And then and so I had an apartment overlooking the city. So like when I got her back to my apartment, you know what I'm saying, things.
Yeah.
That was the first time. The second time, I was hanging with this lawyer from Coleman.
Man, you hang out with a cast of characters, my friend.
Oh man, hey man, check this out, man. This is how I met this lawyer. I was walking into 5 Points Music Hall. You remember that?
Oh, yeah. Seen several shows there.
I was walking to 5 Points Music Hall, and I'm about to walk in the alley. And this guy said, this white guy grabbed me in a suit. He said, hey, could you find me some crack? And I was like, excuse me, do I look like a person that know what crack? No.
Do I look like Obama to you?
I'm telling do I look like
man.
thug? But even though I had on my black, I had a long black sweat. I had a long black leather jacket and stuff like that. But yeah, he grabbed me.
You gotta give points for boldness. Like I couldn't even imagine if I did want crack,
I was
just
like,
grabbing somebody.
hey, man, I was like, man, I was like, man, I will bust you up. But anyway, and stuff. And so
Were you a big guy at that time?
I was, I wasn't this big, but you know what I'm saying, I'm
Well, hey, why are you grabbing a stocky
you know
guy
what I'm
asking for
saying?
crack?
And so, I'm looking at him like, this dude must be a retard or something like that. I'm trying to get away from him. Like, all right, man, all right. No, man, I'm serious, man. Listen, look, can you find me some crack? And stuff. And so he got this girl with him that looked just like Meg Ryan. Looked just like her. And stuff, and she looks at you like, he's serious. Can you find him some crack? And I was like, well, y'all together? And he's like, yeah, we're together. You know what I'm saying? You're a lawyer. I said, man, look at me. I'm trying to get in the 5 Points Music Hall, man. He's like, no, man, listen, I'll pay you. And I'm like, how much you gonna pay me? Well, anyway. So,
Was it a good chunk of money?
well,
Was it worth it?
so wait a minute. So he kept talking to me. I said, all right, man, I think I know what's some at. And stuff. I said, like, what you driving in? He said, I'm in this Miata. Now, this was something to see. I'm getting in this Miata. You know, he in the Miata and his girlfriend in the Miata. I'm talking about, like, we look like 3 big Legos in a little bitty car. You know, so we in this leg and stuff. And I told him, like, just drive me to my car. And so he drove me to my car and stuff, and then we went to my apartment, and the dude that lived below me sold crack. So I like, hey man, look here, man, give me I said like give me $150. He gave it to me and stuff like that. So I went down there. I said, hey man, look, give me 3 dimes. So I take it back to him and stuff and everything. I said, well, look, man, there you go, man. All right, man, look, hey, man, you got to go. And they was like, this is not it. And I'm like, what you mean this ain't it? I'm talking.
You're asking random people for crack.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking like, hey, this good fresh crack. Look at that crack. What's wrong with you? You know, they're like, no, this is not it. This is not it.
What do they mean not it? Are they talking about the quantity?
Listen, you know what I think? I think what happened is they went to a party on the South Side, and and they did some things and stuff. But when they got it, they didn't really know what to do with it and stuff. I'm like, man. So, all right. So I said, like, all right, man. Look at man. I said, look, man. How much money you got? He said, man, I got plenty of money. I was like, all right. I said, look at man. Give me $300. Here you go. I like, damn. This fool gave me $300. I was like, all right, man, come on, man, and stuff. So I went and I got him some, I got him some stuff and everything stuff. And I'm talking like, hell, I made what $400 already and stuff. So I gave it to him and everything. Him and his girlfriend.
How much did you pay for the dope?
Oh man!
Or was it one of these deals where you scrape it off the ceiling?
Listen, no.
The popcorn ceiling deal.
I'm talking like I went to a dealer and everything and stuff like that. I think I got about like 220s or something like that.
It's okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I gave it to him and everything and stuff. And I got about $400. So hell, they in there chilling and stuff, and I go to bed.
Wait, are these people
strangers? These are strangers.
Hanging out at your apartment?
Hanging out my apartment. Well, up to my head, they just gave me $400. Hell yeah, you can chill.
With $400, I thought he'd be going to the
Quest.
Quest.
I'm saying? $400. Yeah, you can chill. And so so they sat around there and they played around and stuff. And I'm in there sleep. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm working at the Berry Company. I'm in inside sales. I make yellow pages.
Yeah.
And stuff, and then next thing you know, this girl jump on me, and stuff. I'm like, man, what you doing? She said, hey, listen, look, you need to come here with us, and everything stuff. Like we having fun. And I'm like, man, look at me. Look, I gotta go to work in the morning. I'm talking about like, hey, look, I found your stuff and like that. She said, no, come in with us. So I'm coming in. I stagger in the living room. I'm like, yeah, man, what's up? And stuff. He look at me like, you want to be with my girlfriend? And I was like, whoa. I was like,
what was the stipulations?
I was like, yeah, and stuff. And so that happened. And
so you took him up on the offer.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. She looked just like Meg Ryan.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
So so after that, I'm talking about, next thing I know, I'm waking up. It's daylight, and I can see the sun coming through the door and everything stuff. And they leaving. It's 6:00. They leaving. I was like, damn, thank God. The next Thursday, they was knocking on my door. Hey, what's up, man? Could you do the same thing that you did? I was like, man, you got to be kidding.
To his girl? Or
no, Hey, no.
Oh, gee, you want the
finding
drugs.
some stuff and all this stuff.
Oh, he's like, do that thing you did to my girl last week.
Hey, well, that. Yeah. But listen, I was hanging with this guy so much. You remember I called you and I told you that I went to the crawfish bowl, and the group was out there. They were singing, "Hanging out, have to with myself," and there she was.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Sex and Candy.
Yeah, I went to the crawfish bowl with them and everything, man, and and I'm talking about like hard partiers.
I don't think white people get enough credit for how hard they party.
Oh God, this guy was a hard partier, man. I remember it was a hotel downtown called Best Western down there at UAB. This dude was a lawyer. I was in that hotel room with the top lawyers in Birmingham, and all of them was doing dope. All of them was.
Did they ask who you were?
Allegedly.
I was like,
Yeah, allegedly.
I was like,
No representation is
I was
made
like,
at the legal services.
hey, I was like, golly. I'm talking about, man.
You seeing people that you see on TV commercials.
Man, listen.
I don't believe it.
It was escort girls. It was lawyers and everything. I was like, golly. They was getting down. I'm talking about hard parties.
But when you walk in, you're obviously not a lawyer. Do they all look and say, who is this guy?
Oh, man, they ain't. Man, I'm telling you, they didn't even know I even exist.
As high as a kite.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't even know I even exist.
Yeah.
You know? But I was hanging with him and everything. And but I heard Vic died. I heard he died.
You know, I probably should have warned you to not drop real names before you came on this podcast, but it's fine. We can
Well,
take
I'm
it
talking
back.
like, I ain't give his last name, but
As long as
Allegedly.
it's,
but yeah,
most of these people are dead, apparently.
yeah, but that was wild. I'm talking about he stopped me in that alley and stuff, and
And you made a friendship out of that.
sort of, and I was worried about it, and I was like, man, look, man, this, this is something you probably don't want to do,
What did he die from?
I don't know, but I had asked about him and stuff, and somebody told me, so like, man, he dead. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh man, but drugs is rough, man. I'm talking about, people on these drugs, they mess around with that dope and stuff, and they just take it too far. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you mess around with it, but if you don't let it go at some point, it's gonna
Look,
bring
man,
you down.
Listen, man, you mess around with that dope, man, and you make that your life, you done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about you is done. I'm talking about I seen plenty of people just like, man, kick the bucket.
Yeah, I mean that's the same way. I've seen several people, whether it's acquaintances or people I've been friends with, that have,
just take it too far. I'm talking about, like, at first it's all in fun, and then next thing you know, it's like, damn, man, what you doing?
The best way, especially raising kids, the best thing to do is try to make sure your kid knows that there's other ways to have fun. Like, you ain't got to do what we did.
Man,
Because you got young ones younger than me.
I have, what? I'm talking, my youngest is 11.
Yeah. Right under mine.
Yeah, I'm talking about, like, right now I'm living with a 13-year-old and 11-year-old, and they is tearing up my house.
Dude, so yeah, I got the 13 as well. Did a switch just
and now
flip
they
at some
lying
point?
to me. Now they lying to me. I said, hey, man, listen, man, where this hole come from in the wall? Oh, man, that hole been there. I said, man, you a damn lie. This is a brand new hole. Look at the stuff peeling off right here. I'm talking like somebody just made this hole. No, Daddy. No, you been did that hole. I said, man, so, they have found out the advantages of lying, which will come back to hunt them later on.
The art of the deal.
Yeah,
the art of the lie.
Deal. Yeah, the art of the lie.
Okay. I got you. Well, that's fascinating. I keep going. I don't think we ever answered the question of, is there going to be a second book?
Yeah.
You don't need Ginger to write another book. You can do it on your own.
Such inspiration, though.
We can help.
Such inspiration. But I'm thinking about these 4 guys streaking. How that sound?
What?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Are they streaking across country?
No. I'm talking about, like, okay, listen, look, when I was in the 12th grade, I was working at Big B Drugs over in Fairfield, and it was a guy that would drive from Tuscaloosa all the way to Fairfield to work. His name was Alan, white guy.
This dude's got a memory like an elephant, by the way.
And he told me, he said, like, hey, man, listen, like, y'all black guys think y'all real tough. I was like, yeah. He said, well, listen.
He just said, yeah, of course we do.
He said, look here, why don't you try this? Why don't you try streaking in your neighborhood? And I said, like, what, run through my neighborhood butt naked?
Is this in Bessemer? Is that your neighborhood?
No, I was living in West End at the time.
Okay.
But, listen, it would have been dangerous, but the thrill of doing it. Now, it would have been dangerous, because if we would have got caught, oh, man, they would have beat the hell out of us.
Not by the cops, by the community.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But the thrill of getting away, it's a rush. It's, you know what I'm saying? Y'all probably ain't played these type games, but
Or running around naked.
No. Like the big boys in the neighborhood, they would like, hey man, look, we're gonna let y'all run from here. Y'all get to that pole, y'all safe. But we catch y'all before we get to that pole, we're gonna kick y'all ass.
Yeah, we didn't do it
All
in my neighborhood.
Deal. All right.
Why do you cut that? Why do you cut that deal? It's like
because like you think you can run real fast and you think you can get there.
So you want to prove you can run fast,
yeah.
And if you can't prove it, you're going to be
Hey,
willing to
listen,
get beat
hey,
up.
Man, look, you get caught, that's it, dog.
Like we used to go around and bash mailboxes and stuff, but it was kind of, we would do things like that, but it's a hit and run, so there's not any consequences.
I thought, what, I'm talking like when I started hanging with white people in '88, I thought it was real weird of toilet paper in people's yard.
Yeah.
I was like, what's the fun in that? I'm talking about somebody gonna be pissed off coming out. Who in the did this?
You've never had in your neighborhood seen a house rolled?
No, a black neighborhood. Are you?
Why do you think that is? I always like to try to figure out the science behind stuff like this. Like, why does this group over here do one thing and this group doesn't?
That ain't funny.
What, rolling?
Toilet paper somebody's neighborhood or a black neighborhood, you might get shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, you up at toilet paper my neck? Hey man, you toilet paper my yard, man? I'm finna bust a cap up in your ass. So no.
Maybe some crackheads will come and use the toilet paper from the tree.
Oh my God! Then the crackheads, Lord, don't break them up.
You brought him up earlier.
Oh, Jesus.
That's true. That's true.
Jesus, the crackheads.
Toilet paper is frustrating.
I didn't get that. I just didn't get that one, and everything and stuff. But yeah, I used to. I started hanging with white people in '88, and I was listening to a lot of Kicks 106. You probably don't remember that, John do.
I do.
Okay.
They probably worked there.
I listen to a lot of Kicks 106 and stuff. I was listening to music like, all I want to do is make love to you by Heart. And I was listening to a lot of Motley Crue. Who else?
What's your favorite Motley Crue song?
Oh,
like Kickstart My Heart or something? Home,
what was it? I'm on my way. Sweet Home.
Yeah, Home Sweet Home. Sweet Home.
Hold on, what's the other one? Where he set himself on fire?
Kickstart My Heart.
No. Okay, you got Girls. Then you got
Dr. Feelgood?
No. The earlier stuff.
Oh, early.
No.
We're gonna name every song till we get it.
Okay, the video, he wearing that red leather suit. You know the one I'm talking about? Oh, yeah. He wearing that red leather suit.
I think Amy's looking up, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised you listen to Motley Crue. I actually listen to like Snoop and Dre and stuff like that. Did you listen to any of that?
Man, you know what? The year of my divorce, I'm talking about the year that me and that girl separated.
Who's the girl? Which one?
I'm not gonna tell.
Oh, okay. That's probably best. I just got
Yeah.
through telling you not to say names.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Yeah. I'm not gonna say it, but she know who she is. I didn't listen to no R&B or rap music that year. It was the year the Chronic came out, and I didn't know.
Chronic came out in '93, I think.
Okay,
92.
I missed the whole thing.
It was a year behind on the Chronic.
Yeah, I missed the whole thing. I missed the 1, 2, 3 into the 4. Snoop Dogg and Dogg. I missed the whole thing. I was listening to country music.
So what was the pastime with this particular group of white people that you're hanging out with? What are y'all doing?
Ooh. Okay. We working at Homewood. I'm working for a telemarketing service.
Mm-hmm.
And they sending brochures to people's houses. And they telling people that you just want a Chrysler LeBaron.
That old gag.
Or a Nashika 3D camera. Or
Nashika.
a Nashika 3D camera. You know, like, I'm talking like, have you ever had a
You got to take it,
Viewmaster?
get it developed.
You ever had a Viewmaster?
Yeah.
And like, you know how they look at a Viewmaster?
Right.
It took those type pictures.
Okay.
Or some Gusini jewelry or a trip to the Bahamas. And we had to tell this whole pitch. We had to say this whole pitch.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, and everybody thinking that they won this Chrysler Baron, you know.
Right.
But really, you buying this Nashika camera, and it was like $698.50.
Oof.
And these people will call in, man, and we, you know, like we picture them, and then we said like, okay, all right, ma'am, now listen, like, you like everything that you got? Yes, I do. Okay, now starting with your credit card, starting with your Visa with the number 4, okay? Or it'd be like, okay, starting with your MasterCard with the number 5, okay? I'm waiting. And stuff, and so like,
So y'all bamboozling old people.
so
mostly.
hey, so I'm thinking that this legit. These people from Houston, Texas, we working right down here behind Barber's Ice Cream. All right, we are telling these people we're in Houston, Texas. We're in Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah.
All right, okay, these guys are so good. Okay, like after you pitch them, then you got to call for a TO, and the TO will come over and close the deal. All right, ma'am, you just got through talking to Kerry? That's right. All right, that's right, ma'am. You got that Chrysler Baron. Wait a minute, hold on. I'm looking out my window right now. There's a whole truckload of them pulling up right now. Which one you want? Hey, look, we got a gold one, sunroof top and everything. Oh, you like that? Okay. All right, now, ma'am, look here. Now, just like Kerry said, now, starting with that credit card number, which one you going to use, the Master or the Visa? What? You're not sure about this? What? This is a scam. Ma'am, look here. You give me 1% of your trust and let me earn the 99. Okay, now starting with that Visa card with number 4, go ahead. And next thing you know,
They write it down.
And I'll be like, God damn.
That's amazing because I worked at a place similar to that. We were over in Homewood, right past, what is it, Shipley's donut place or whatever on Lorna Road.
Was it World Concepts?
I don't remember, but it was there was a building and there was two offices. We were taking donations for the State Troopers Lodge, which is not a thing. Taking donations. My office was doing the Georgia State Troopers Lodge, and my buddy was working doing the Alabama State Troopers Lodge. We'd call random people. We'd say, hey, we're with the State Troopers, and we just want to see if you can donate to the lodge, and it's going to help state troopers and blah, blah, blah. And we'll send you a sticker with a star that says, I support law enforcement or whatever.
Yeah.
And there was different packages, different levels. I was like you. I didn't know. I just assumed it was legit.
Yeah.
Turned out cops came, busted the place, took the dudes to jail and everything else.
Man, listen. This one, I got a feeling like something ain't right here. You got the loud music playing.
Yeah.
Loud music playing. Okay, the phone's ringing. We pitching people and stuff like that. I get out from work. I look at Dateline, and it's the same shit. And I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, damn, that's what we doing. Come back to work that next day. All right, I know a bunch of y'all probably looked at Dateline last night. Look here. Look, hey, we are legit. We stationed out in Las Vegas. Ain't nothing wrong with us, okay? Listen, you just keep pitching those people when they call, okay? Hey, don't be watching Dateline no more, all right? So here I am. I get on the phone. I'm pitching somebody, and I say something wrong and stuff. Kerry, come in the office. Well, son, I think this is going to be the end of the road for us. I said, what happened? Well, a sharper called, and you said something wrong on the pitch. Kerry, I want you to walk out that door, and I want you to turn around and come back in. I said, oh, okay. So I get up, I walk out the door, and I come back in. All right, Kerry, look here. What's your name? Kerry Harris? No, that's not your name anymore. Give me a new name. Ben? That's good. Give me a last name. Tate? Ben Tate, your name. Now get back out there on that phone. Let's go. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And so Ben Tate was my name.
Wow.
I got fired and hired the same day.
Wow.
And stuff. And like they would call, those flyers would go out and like you start to feel sorry because it was a bunch of old people from Florida that was calling.
Yeah.
But something happened. The grandkids started getting a hold of the flyers, and they wanted the trips. They wanted to go to the Bahamas. Now, true enough, everything was legit, but you got the worst hotels. You got the worst jewelry. You
of course.
Got you know what I'm saying? And then nobody never won a Chrysler Bear.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I did that, and I was hanging with a bunch of other divorced people, and I was feeling comfortable because, like, I'm divorced. We all going through this pain and everything.
Right.
and stuff. So one night we went to a club called Smacky's downtown, and this was like they threw peanut hulls on the floor.
Right.
And that's when I had my first screaming motherfucker. And that's a big 40-ounce cup.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And stuff. And so I'm drinking it. My lips are cold. They blue, and stuff. And they said, hey, look, we're going to have an after party over here at Ski Lodge Apartments and stuff. I'm like, all right, cool, man. I'm with it. Let's go. So I get in my car, and I get up here on Valley Avenue, and I'm driving down Valley Avenue, and I run a red light. I run 2 red lights.
Oh, God.
I run 3 red lights. I run 4 red lights.
Oh.
I'm down Valley Avenue. Police stop me and stuff, and he's like, hey, son, you know why we stopped you? I said, what, my one headlight and my expired tag? No, thank you for telling us. No, you ran 5 red lights back there. And I was like, oh, man. I'm like, and stuff. So needless to say, Homewood took me to jail that night.
Yeah.
And so after that, I think I went to jail 3 times that summer.
Lord.
Yeah. I got caught coming out of Memphis with some beer, and got caught in Marion,
Mississippi?
No, Marion, Alabama.
Huh.
I got caught in Marion and stuff, and they said, you got a legal substance. I said, what's the legal substance? The beer. The beer is a legal substance. I said, man, you got to be kidding me.
Was it because of the size of the beer?
No, it was a dry county. And stuff. And they said that, and like, they said the beer was a legal substance. And I was like, man.
A modern day moonshiner.
Oh, my God. Oh, yeah.
Bootlegger.
Yeah. Yeah. They gave us that charge. I said, like, bootleg. I'm talking like, I said, bootleg. What you mean, bootlegging? You brought Mississippi beer in the great state of Alabama. And I'm thinking, like, man, I ain't going to never get out of jail and stuff. But my homeboy friend that got us out. And
if you'd have changed your name to Hunter Biden instead of Ben Tate, you would have never gone to jail.
Well, yeah, you know what I'm saying. I needed that then. But they arrested me. They were supposed to arrest me because I was in the back seat, and they arrested me. So like when we came back to court, they told me, so like, Kerry, could you come in this office with us? I was like, yeah, like, yeah, what's up? He said, like, our officer seemed like he made a mistake. But if you fight it, we're going to fight you. But if you sign this paper right here saying that, hey, we all made a mistake and you're not going to press any charges, we're going to let you go. Now, which one you want to do? And I said, where that paper at? And I signed that paper. And I walked out of that courtroom, and they told me, said, oh, yeah, and don't ever come back. I said, you ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to worry about that. I ain't never coming back.
Is that the worst legal trouble you've dealt with?
Probably the scariest.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably the scariest.
Just because you was out of town and you didn't know what was going to happen.
Man, he said illegal substance. I was like, wait, hold on, ain't nobody got no dope.
He
said the beer. I said the beer. He said it's a dry county.
That's got to be pretty shocking. For real.
Oh my God.
Because I grew up in Blount County, which was a dry county up until like probably 6 or 7 years ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think if you had alcohol, you were traveling with it, even on the county line, they'd pop you.
Illegal substance.
Old bootlegger.
Oh God. Yeah.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Oh, man. Yeah, man.
I gotta say, you're full of stories, interesting stories.
I'm an old man. I'm 55. And I lived a good life. I just hate that these white girls got me fat and I lost my gorgeous figure.
You think the source of most of your problems are white girls?
Yeah, you know what? Look here. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Listen, I should have stayed with my own kind. Look at. Hey, look, it's like this here. If white men can't handle white women, what the hell?
What made you think you could?
I'm saying, what the hell was I thinking?
Are you currently in a relationship?
No, you know what? I've been single. I've been talking to God. Like, hey, man, what's the deal? I'm talking. What? You don't want me to be with nobody? I think God's telling me, like, Kerry, I want you to raise those kids.
Yeah.
And I don't want no interference. And, I'm telling you, and I get it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you're being told. You need to do it.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm doing because, like, me and my kids, we got to, woo.
Man, you're at a rough age, too, because, like I was saying earlier, mine, who's 13 years old, it was like, a month or two ago, a switch flipped, and he's a totally different kid.
Yeah.
To himself, don't want to hang out with dad like he used to. Just kinda.
Oh, man, and y'all was tight. Y'all used to wear the same jerseys and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
It's sad. It's depressing.
Andrew.
I know.
Well,
And he's got a girlfriend, and every time he's at the house, he wants to go to his girlfriend's house, and I'm like,
yeah. Well, how old? 13?
13.
Oh, God.
It's depressing.
Ooh.
But he's on the basketball team, so he's staying busy.
Yeah.
Basketball's a little much because there's like 2 to 3 games a week.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I mean, it's fine. He's a good kid, smart
that's
kid.
Good. I'm talking about, what I'm saying, like he into stuff and, and everything and playing basketball. Got a girlfriend. Ooh, wow.
You know what? His girlfriend, this is where the problem comes in. She's 15. I know.
Well, you know what?
I'm keeping a close eye on that.
That's not unusual. All my girls will,
Older?
well, growing up.
Wait, how old when you were an adult? Did you always go younger or older?
I was at the tender age of 7 when the 9-year-old and 10-year-old girls would get me and grab me and say, "Let's go play mom and daddy."
Oh no!
Oh my gosh!
Hey, I'm talking like, what can you do? You had to go play.
Oh my God!
They like play house, like pretend to cook and all that kind of stuff.
Oh God! Then they like, it's time to go pick blackberries. Come on, let's go. And you be out there picking blackberries.
This is the whole grown up thing.
Grown
up experience.
8 years old. You know what I'm saying? You like, parents gone and stuff. And
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
What did you do? Oh God.
Well, it sounds like you had a fun childhood.
It was interesting. It was interesting. Grew up in the projects. My dad was living in Detroit. You know, my single mom. My brothers and sisters was like 9 and 11 years old.
How many siblings you got?
I got I got a brother and sister.
Is your mom and dad still with us?
No.
What about your siblings?
Yeah. You know, like my sister pretty much take care of me now. She lived 4 houses down from me
Oh, that's nice.
and stuff. Yeah, man. I tell you, man, Tina. You know, Tina been great. Yeah, because I got those 2 kids.
She probably helps out a lot.
Oh man, yeah, man, because I'm working all the time and stuff, and and they spend a lot of time by themselves. But they good kids. I'm saying, I'm talking about like
I met him.
Yeah,
I I didn't think about it, but I was like, man, I should have made sure Angry Kerry knew he could bring his kids if he wanted to.
I'm to me, I don't know now. John is, golly, John. John's 11 and he's. I don't know.
Who'd you name him after?
Who? Ginger named him.
Oh.
No, I didn't.
So you have an inspiration for that?
She she's the biggest devil in the world. But when she want to get holy, she goes, like she always reading the Bible. But I'm just like, golly, a twisted chick. But anyway, but she named John Caden. And
After
then,
John in the Bible.
And then like she named Elijah.
Okay, yeah, biblical
stuff.
names.
Elijah, I didn't believe Elijah was mine because I'm talking like she got out of Tutwiler. He came and visit me. And I'm like, yeah, chick, what's up with you? Well, hey, man, I come to see you, man, I'm like, all right. So she spent the night. She left. I ain't see her no more. I ain't seen her no more for 2 years. She went back to Tutwiler. She get out.
Tutwiler, by the way, women's prison.
Women's prison.
Yeah.
She get out. Hey, man, I'm getting out, man. Come down there and pick me up. And I'm like, man, I really don't want to fuck with you, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And oh, man, listen, man, everything going to be cool, man. And so I drive way down there and go pick her up and stuff. And so she at my house a whole day. And then she get a phone call. I was like, hey, Ginger, you can come down here and pick up your kid? I said, damn, Ginger, you got a kid? Yeah, man, it's our kid. I'm like,
she didn't even mention it to you until she got a phone call about it?
I was like, hey, man, what the hell you talking about? I said, man, look at man, I ain't seen you in 2 years. I'm talking about, hey, look at man, I don't know who you ain't been with.
How old's the kid at that point?
The kid was 1 year old.
So,
so I'm telling her, like, Ginger, look at man. I said, man, look at man. If you got a kid, that's cool, man. But, I'm telling her, look, you want to go get your kid and come back, man, that's cool, man. I ain't going to, it's your kid. I said, it's not my kid, and quit saying it, So we go down there and get the kid and stuff, and I'm talking about, like, for about, like, 2 years, we're arguing about this kid.
Did you go pick the kid up, and he's like, listen, man, listen.
No, so... we go get the kid and stuff, and the kid looking all crazy. I'm like, man, and I'm looking at him like, man, I don't know who in the hell your dad is. So something happened that I have to get a blood test for Elijah and John, and I'm thinking like, hell yeah, we finna find out right now and stuff. So then it's like, when the blood test back, I go look at the blood test and stuff, and like. Elijah 99.5%. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Ain't no way.
Ain't no way, boy.
I said, like, man, I ain't seen this girl in 2 years. I said, how'd that happen? But Elijah's mine.
Divine intervention.
That one night, that one night, you know what I'm saying? Because you can, hey, man, come on over, man.
Yeah, the super swimmers right there before she left to go to prison.
I was like, golly, I couldn't believe that. I just could not believe that. But I'm talking about Elijah is the best kid.
Now you wouldn't trade him for the world.
Man, look up. Take advanced classes in the band. I'm talking about, man, cool as hell. And I'm wondering, like, hell, who he get that from?
Man, you don't think it was Ginger?
No, man. I'm talking about, he act more like my brother.
Well, that kind of stuff comes from other family members. You know, you have a kid that acts like a brother or sister or whatever.
He acts more like my brother because he's to himself and stuff like that. You know, like my brother was all into Santana and.
His name's not Eugene, is it?
Who, my brother?
Yeah.
No, my brother named Dennis.
Okay. I should make sure he wasn't Eugene in the book. That was really good at Madden. He's a little bit of a nerd.
I kind of stole that from Greece.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, let's not
I
talk
knew
about
it.
this anymore because you're gonna ruin it. All right. Before we get out of here, Tony, you got anything you want to ask Angry Kerry?
My only question is, when did they start calling you Angry Kerry? When did that happen?
That started with Andrew and them. When Andrew took over from Joe, and I wanted them to talk to me, I would call in and say, "Hey, it's Angry Kerry,"
Yeah.
and stuff, and so. And it just took off, and they would talk to me. I'm talking like they would skip people to talk to me.
Yeah. We'd put him at the front of the line every
yeah,
time.
you know, and stuff. But it was a bunch of it was me. It was Tiger Paul. It was Wallace. It was what's that? He-Med? Is that what it's called? Nemed.
I don't remember.
But it was a bunch of liberals.
Yeah.
Would call.
There's Nick the liberal called in all the time.
Oh man, we would call in, man, and just attack Andrew and Andrew. Attack Andrew and Jessica.
But I'd let you talk.
Oh,
I'd let
yeah.
you talk.
And like he would let us talk. He would let us talk. He would let us talk. And, and everything and stuff. So, like, when he got his show back, I thought it was going to be like that. But now his show's different. So.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I did my time. It's time for me to talk.
Oh, now, so now he doing all the talking. But back then, oh, man, it was but it was one big love fest. We had
a lot of fun.
Oh, man, and it was so sad when it ended.
I do have one follow-up.
It was so sad.
Wife wants to know, why was Ginger in jail so much?
And why is she in there now?
Okay, Ginger shot somebody.
Oh, okay.
And so
Tell her I ain't mad if she don't give us that code.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
it's
know what I'm
fine.
saying?
I don't
but
really care.
no, but see, but the guy that she shot is in Montana, and he won't come back here.
Dang.
So he won't come back to press charges. So so they ought to just let her go. He won't come back. Like they calling him and. And so he won't come back. So
How messed up is the legal system that they've got her hemmed up and they won't give her a court date? It's so frustrating.
Yeah, what I'm saying. At least, tell her where she's going. Like, you're going to send her back to Tutwiler, you're going to let her go. Or,
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
so messed
What I'm saying? She just, Ginger. The thing about Ginger's this, like, have you ever met somebody that think they smarter than the therapist?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm talking about, and they won't let the therapist do their job because they think they smarter than the therapist.
They're railroading them.
You know what I'm saying? And
Verbally
I'm like,
railroading them.
and and I should tell her, Ginger, listen, man, they went to school for this. I'm talking like, let them do their job.
Right.
Yeah, my own grandmother was like that. She was like, "Oh, they don't know what they're doing." You know?
Yeah.
Let them do their job. It's, so like that's her problem. Yeah, it's sad.
Maybe that's why she don't have a court date. Every time she goes to court, she starts telling the judge how to do his job.
You know what I'm saying? Just, hey, do something, but 3 years, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let her go.
John Bird, you got anything you want to add? You've been kind of quiet over there, and I apologize, but Angry Kerry, we had a lot to learn from this man.
Yeah.
Talk.
No, man, I got nothing to say. I have found out everything I need to know
I just
about
want to make
this
sure
man here.
I'm not missing anything.
He just
why-
asked- He wanted to know about the hermaphrodite thing.
Look, the wine just opens it.
Hey, how about this? I'm actually surprised. Look at how much of this we drank. Can y'all see that? Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
That's at least half the bottle.
How you feel? You feeling good, eh? So I'm
Amy
saying,
loves
look, I
it.
told
Everybody
you.
loves it. We didn't even
told
drink a
you.
Bud Light. Angry Kerry's going to take that home with him.
Yeah.
I can't
I'll
be
take the
called
Bud
dead
Light
with
home. I take the Bud Light.
Bud Light's trying to turn it around. They signed with the UFC, so it's official beer of the UFC now, and the UFC's manly. I mean, the UFC is opposite of Dylan Mulvaney. But I said something about, man, y'all just forgive Bud Light. I mean, they had one person made a bad decision. Boy, the listening audience came after me.
Man.
How dare you? I'm
Man,
like, I'm not drinking it. I'm just saying consider it.
I I remember that night when I bought that Bud Light and somebody just called me out. Like,
Oh yeah, we were
Hey!
all shocked.
what you doing with that Bud Light? And I was like, oh shit. And then he said, here, take this Coors. I'm like, okay.
Oh, I bet that was Boomer.
I was like, okay. I was like, okay.
Oh no, maybe it was Tony. Did
Oh,
Tony?
It was me, but it was nothing like that.
Yes,
you
it
know.
was. He was like, hey.
Oh,
Hey!
I was like, dude, put the Bud Light away.
All he said, hey, what you doing with that Bud Light? And I was like, oh shit.
I don't talk like that.
I was
didn't
like,
say-
oh shit. He said, here, take this Coors. I'm like, okay.
I did buy him the Coors.
Okay. I was like, okay.
All right, so we're gonna get out of here, but I have one question, and it kind of goes back to the Obama thing. It's really all I wanted to talk to you about.
Oh, Lord. What was that? I thought that was down, John.
That's his
thought it was,
downstairs
too.
neighbor needing his fix.
What do you? But I did my best. All I know is iPhone. I don't know about that fancy Samsung, Motorola stuff.
You are right here.
Man,
You're
I
supposed
let
to
you
cover
down.
him, man.
I let you down.
Good.
Michelle Obama having a penis. I wasn't gonna bring it up, but now here we are at the end of the
Yeah,
show.
what
I'm
do, you,
like,
what do you think?
do you think that's? I'm not saying it's true, but I'm saying, do you think it's a possibility?
Man, look at man. Let's get this straight. Michelle Obama is one of the finest, thick. In the hood, we call that a stallion. See how big that girl is, man?
Michelle V. Stallion.
Hey, man, them hips, everything. Man, that girl fine as hell. Man, what you talking about? Man, look.
Claramente el miembro masculino de Michelle.
There you go.
It looks.
Claramente el miembro masculino
Look at
de
that.
Michelle.
Look at that. Man, look at that. Look at that. Come on now.
You don't think there's anything in there?
Claramente
Man,
el
look
miembro
at man.
masculino de Michelle.
Hey, it'll be like this right here. Come on and go with me. Come on over to my place.
I mean, you see, watch on the second shot. See the something swinging there, bro.
Man, listen, man. That's all
Claramente
woman,
el
dog.
miembro masculino
That's
de
all
Michelle.
woman, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Yeah.
big, tall girl, man. I'm talking about like, you know.
Well, listen, there's girls out there or trans people out there where you see them and you're like, oh, that girl's hot, and they're like, oh, that's a dude, and you're like, oh
she
god, you
is
know, you couldn't tell.
She is no trans or nothing like that.
She may not
man.
be.
That is all woman. Man, any brother kill for something like that.
I trust Larry Sinclair more than I trust Michelle's pants. So I'm not saying Michelle's a guy.
Man, Larry lying. Look,
Well, we're gonna find the driver.
Hold up. Look, yeah, find the driver. Hey, look here. If the driver said, like, hey, man, that shit happened that night, I'm like, damn, Drew, you was right. You know what I'm saying? But man, that driver said, man, look at man, I picked that weirdo dude up, man. He was running around with Spider-Man drawers on, wanted somebody to fill on him. You know, man, get out of our car, man.
Listen, we're gonna get to the bottom of it. But I appreciate you coming up here and doing this, man.
Man, I had a ball.
When
man. I had a
we
ball.
started talking about how we were going to do this and bring people up here, you were at the front end of the list. We were like,
Really?
let's get radio guys in here first.
Okay.
But when we get outside, well, technically you're part of the radio family.
Yeah.
It was like, Angry Kerry has got to be on the list. So you're the first non-radio host. to
Well,
come
you
up
know
here and
what?
be a part of
Well,
this.
you know what, Drew? Now you got me familiar with the 99.5, crew and stuff like that. Because without
Oh, you wasn't calling them before?
No.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, all right. Well, I was calling Leland,
Yeah.
but Leland was with y'all radio station at first.
Yeah, you were probably calling him at that station.
You know what I'm saying?
101.
I was calling Leland, and I started calling conservative radio. Matt Murphy, I was calling him.
Yeah.
Because I just felt like something was real fishy about 9/11 and stuff, and I remember I called him and he hung up on me. Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't gonna go for that.
Yeah, I never forget that.
We're gonna have to have you back because we've got a lot of questions about 9/11 too.
Oh,
we may
man.
be on the same page on that front.
Oh yeah.
That could be a whole thing.
Man, listen, man. Look at man. I enjoy myself, man, and You know what I'm saying? You know, had a good time and everything. Got a nice little buzz. So, you know.
That's good. That's
but
good.
but listen, like there will be a second book in the in the making and stuff, and we're gonna have John to narrate it because that what John did was fucking brilliant. Man, when I first heard it, man, I was on the floor. I was like, golly.
It was like I hit the big time.
Shakespeare.
Angry
I'm like,
Shakespeare.
Golly. and stuff. So, man, yeah, it was, that was great.
Oh,
That
we're
was
ready
great.
to do it again. You just put it out there.
Yeah, I'm going to write something. I'm going to write something. It's going to be funny. Trust me, it's going to be
Perfect.
funny.
Perfect. Angry Kerry, everybody.
Hey.
Hey now. Yeah. We'll get out of here again. We'll do this in the future. We'll have you up here for our Monday show is called Roundtable Willie.
Okay.
And so I don't know what that means, but it just sounded like a good name. So we'll bring you back up here for one of those.
Okay. John, look, man, we got to sing something. You know?
Yeah, man, let's do it.
Let's end this show, and Tony, you can take it when they get to the end of the song. You take us out. Let's sing Obama Scandal Free to close out the show. How does that sound?
That sounds good.
So, Tony, get us the music, and y'all take it away.
Y'all ready? Here we go. Obama, he's scandal free, the one from me.
That's right.
One more time.
Come on.
Obama, no Larry for me. I'm done.
That's a wrap, baby. Until next time.
Oh, Jesus.
We'll see you, cuz.